They got candy up there.
Yeah, you see all this I got already.
Yeah.
We definitely want to talk about the winter shelter.
Yeah.
But you know what? Too bad I can't see it.
Well, now you can't.
I mean,
Okay.
I meant to break it. Yes, right there. The door is a little over to the right, kind of to the right, to the left.
Okay, so our Zoom meeting is on, by the way.
I love it in the car.
Oh, did you hear that? Hang on, because it just gave me a note.
Okay, I see what you're talking about now. The laptop.
Yeah. Yeah, see, you should move over one.
Yes, YouTube now live on your channel.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, see, it's just really. At some point,
I have purchased a 25-foot cord.
Okay.
Teresa hasn't verified that it works. But assuming that the cord works, we'll be able to have the computer where you were sitting. Gabby?
Yeah. You got an extra pen up there for a second? Yes, please. God, I know I didn't bring this in here.
yeah, so I can't really do anything.
Thank you.
Or this is as far as I can deal with the thing, so,
Oh, okay.
whoops, but, and when you talk, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's,
Oh, yeah. I see.
so you should slide on to it.
Okay, so your portion may have to be the winter shelter where they are.
Sure.
All it is kind of take up. Because that's what we're doing is discussing a lot of resources.
And is somebody from CDTM gonna come? You don't know?
Eric said he was
Okay.
online.
Oh, Paula's here too.
Yeah, I'll send her too.
Good.
But Eric's supposed to come online and so is Lorraine for a minute.
All right. And
And
Muriel?
yeah, there you are. Hey Paula,
Hello.
how are you?
Good.
Okay.
Uh-oh, sorry.
This is a resources meeting today. We're just gonna talk about things, answer any questions, any hot topics, round robin, just free fall.
oh, look who's coming.
Beverly was trying to get in, but her mom got sick. Is that Tom?
That's Tom.
Hi, Tom.
Get an update on your.
I can't hear what I mean. Okay, who's that over there?
Harry.
All right. Hey, how you doing?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Okay. Well,
Hi, Harry.
we're a little
Hi,
ahead.
Laura.
At 7 o'clock on the nose. We will get started
Okay.
at this moment, 7 o'clock p.m. And welcome to the Homelessness Liaison meeting for November 2023 for UNNC. I'm glad you guys could join us today.
I'm sharing the agenda.
The agenda's on the screen.
Yeah.
And who's that?
Muriel.
All right. So tonight, we're just gonna basically answer any questions, talk about hot topics, any concerns, share some news about the winter shelters that started on Monday. And let us all be all in and be active in getting the people to the winter shelters. There's no reason to be outside right now until March. And between now and March, some of the case managers that are in the winter shelters or the assistants or the coordinators will be able to help them get some type of temporary, transitional, or interim housing or permanent housing, depending on which documents they are in need of or maybe not in need of. Maybe someone has all their documents and can get to permanent housing quicker. So that's the goal of tonight, so everyone can be participatory.
Since we're also on YouTube, do you want to introduce yourself?
Oh, I am on the agenda. I'm Tori Bailey. I'm the Homelessness Liaison Chair. And I am looking forward to everyone who's listening or will listen in the future to get involved. Roll up your sleeves and help someone get into a winter shelter. Google it on your phone or do what you need to do to be of assistance. Don't be part of the problem, be a part of the solution.
All right.
Who's that right there?
A lot of people,
Who just joined us?
several different people.
Oh, wonderful. Okay. So the goal is to be a part of the solution. Kareen, I know you're limited on time, but I know you have a hot topic you want to talk about. So we're going to go kind of out of order because of the circumstances. Kareem is on the committee and she's going to be a part of the presentation or the conversation that we're going to have today. Okay, you want to go ahead?
Well, I was just doing a bit of a research. I know you probably are going to talk about what the city council voted on Monday. Was that something that was on the discussion regarding rent increase?
Oh, any of that is related to homelessness. It could be a part of the discussion.
Yes, so the LA
How many
council
minutes
on
do you
Monday,
have to share with us today?
they voted, so because of the COVID, expiration of not increasing rent, it does expire January. So the LA City Council voted on that they agreed that landlords could raise the rent, especially for those rent stabilization ordinance apartment complexes, up to 4%, 6% if they pay utilities. And
If
the
the
reason,
tenant pays utilities or if the landlord pays the utilities?
if the landlord pays utilities, they could raise it up to
that's
6%.
And you'll check with, you can give her a call, see what, or.
And the reason for it is because
I know.
now that it's expiring in January, they said that if they didn't put that into vote, that landlords could have increased the rent up to 4 to 7%. So that's why they decided to pass this ordinance in the LA
Wait a
County.
minute, 4 to 7%?
Yes,
Yeah,
it could have been as high.
I happened to be at City Hall on Tuesday for the votes, and I was looking at some of that. So tell me exactly what was decided. They said the landlord can do 4%.
Correct.
Starting
Yes.
when? Starting when?
January.
2024.
Yes.
Well, Kareen, it's give notice January 1 for February 1 increase.
Right.
February 1, yes. Because
Right, so
the COVID expiration of banning increases expires in January. So if they wanted to start in February, that's when they could increase it up to 4% and up to 6% if the landlord pays utilities.
Okay. Okay. And would you by chance know, well, that's good. That's good information. That's good information to know that the tenant knows that that's a possibility starting January 1. And it's good to know that the landlords know what they can max out as of
Yes.
January 1st, 2024. Anything else that regarding COVID that they mentioned?
No, but I was reading another article that recipients that receive Social Security, they gave them to some nonprofits in which these nonprofits, and I forgot one of them, the name, but I will forward that, where they could help them with housing. So they were giving money to some of these nonprofits with Social Security recipients to help them look for housing. So that was something that was in the works.
Excuse me, to help them look for housing?
Yes,
Or to help them out with the housing they already have?
yes, to look for housing.
Okay, to look for housing. Okay, and when is that supposed to begin?
There is a nonprofit that already received some funding, and I forgot the name. I don't have it with me, unfortunately. But that I will forward it to you, Tori, that
Okay.
already started working with that. Yes.
Okay, well, I truly appreciate that, and thank you so much, Kareem. Any
Thank
questions
you.
for Kareem, anybody? If there's any questions, she will forward me the information. I will have it for reference, put it in our resource book.
Yes.
So Thank you so much. I see
Thank you.
Eric Aguiar from CD10 has popped in. I know he's on limited time as well because he's at another event, and I appreciate him coming on board to give us an update for Council District 10. Eric, thank you.
Thank you, Tori.
Hello, everybody. You see, I got my hoodie on. I'm getting ready to walk back out into the cold. See this win
Oh,
celebration. You see that?
you going out to do some outreach?
Yeah.
Oh.
But it's similar to what we happened in the last meeting at the UNCC. We do have a bunch of events that are coming up. Tomorrow we are having our turkey giveaway at the Michelle Barack Obama complex from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Can you put it on the side for me? I have my letter.
Yeah, we'll save it for you if you want me to do that. That's not a
Yes,
problem at
please.
all.
Yes,
And
please.
anybody else who was on this call, that's not a problem.
Okay, I appreciate that.
The second is, I believe it's Sunday, we are having a skate event at 3875 Crenshaw Boulevard off the service road in front of Angelus
Right.
Vista Funeral Home. And that
Right.
primary purpose is for Alzheimer's and to bring awareness to that. So even if you don't skate and you want to come out and participate and enjoy some festivities, please do so.
What's the date of it? Because I heard it on the radio.
Yeah, I believe it's this Sunday, but let me check. We got so many different events going on.
I know.
Something else that I would like to say is, while I pull that information up, is if you do see some unhoused people who look like they need in dire need of shelter, and all of them do, please don't be afraid, one, to reach out to Tori and she can get in contact with me, and then we could deploy the team to provide services to them. Second, we have increased our rapid response to where we added another team member to it. So we're trying to cover the entire district in regards to our rapid response and our outreach. Second, as you all know, Roger is out on medical leave. And we're not sure when he'll return. But at this time, the new primary contact for the unhoused deputy will be Terrence Gomes.
Oh, Terrence? Oh,
Yes.
I know Terrence. Okay, perfect. Okay, so Terrence, does he have an extension I need to have or anything?
You know, I could
You can text it to me
provide
later.
an email address. Yeah, I'll text it to you.
Yeah, text it to me later. Because his email is the same format as everybody else's, right?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Terrence.gomes@lacity.org.
Okay, wonderful.
The second is, I believe there's a reunification program. So if you come across some unhoused individuals that may be from Texas or Alabama or not from California or not from LA, and they need a bus ticket back home, Hopkins has introduced a reunification program to where they're trying to connect the unhoused individual back to their home city.
Yes, I was there yesterday. I went by yesterday, and Abel had his every other Wednesday meeting.
Okay.
But let me see. Topics. Because I know I got the same phone call you got regarding the Alabama.
Yes.
So that is a good program, because remember the lady on Washington wanted to go back to Las Vegas. So I'm like, but the police department was the one that called me for that one. And send her back to Vegas. You know? And so that would be a solution when we come across situations such as that, because I met someone from Chicago. I mean, people from everywhere. They're just coming out here thinking this is the land of milk and honey, with housing sitting waiting for them to come in.
Right.
And so we got to let the message be heard that it is not right now.
Okay. Can I interrupt for a minute, Eric? I know you're busy, but Tom, Huang is here too, and he has to leave, and I just wanted to hear an update on the
Look.
mural, homelessness mural.
There's a homelessness mural, but let Eric
He's gotta
finish.
leave, Tom has to leave.
Oh.
And I have
Go
a
ahead.
question
Thomas
for
can
Eric.
jump on.
I have a
No,
question
no, you
for
have a
Eric.
few
wanna do
minutes,
it.
Hang
Eric.
on, Eric, do you have a couple more minutes?
Yeah, I'm gonna walk out the house at about 7:20.
Okay, perfect. Okay, I'm gonna
Yeah.
let Tom do the mural update and then we'll come back to you.
Hi, Tom.
Thank you. Hi, Laura. Hi, Miss Tori.
Hi.
Just want to give an update because it's been a couple of months or a few months since I've last been on. The city, I guess DCA is, last I heard, they were still working on the contract, and I think it might have been submitted to the city attorney at this point, but nothing's been approved yet, so we can't really start.
So for the
And-
people on the call, will you tell them where you can't really start, what mural we're talking about?
Oh, yes. This is a mural by the Department of Cultural Affairs, the city of LA. Commissioned a mural artist by the name of Brian Peterson, who's well known for painting faces of people who are experiencing homelessness and dignifying portraits of them. And the city awarded us a commission on one of the buildings on it's the District 10 auxiliary office on Western Avenue. I think we started the process last year in January, actually, and it's for various reasons. It's taken a while to, I guess, approve things, but we're hoping to start sometime early next year. Originally, we were planning on having the mural completed before Thanksgiving, but that is looking like it's not going to happen.
Okay.
So, Tom,
Yes.
is that the 1819 building?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, okay. It's gonna be on the side or in the,
Facing Western and in.
Really?
Yeah.
okay,
Mhm.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe I need your help. If you can text me at some point, there's a mural unveiling on Crenshaw and 67th. It's really a metro street that's not named yet, but curves from Victoria. So we wanted to help the young guy. You know, the murals around the city that says love and hope. And
Oh, yes. I know
and
him, Mike.
he's done that
Maurice.
out of pocket. That's Mike Maurice, correct.
Yeah.
So he's done that out of pocket. So I'm trying to help get him some funding to continue to beautify our city.
Okay, so
So if you get a chance,
Yeah,
let me know.
Tom, I'll put you,
Yes.
But I'll do it by email.
That's
put
fine.
the two of you in contact.
That would
Sure,
be
yeah.
wonderful. Thank
I'd
you,
love
Tom.
to be in touch with him. Thank you, everyone. Sorry I have to jump off.
Thank you, Tom.
I hope you
Bye-bye.
can come Sunday.
Okay.
I
Okay,
do. I
thank-
do want to visit in person.
Okay, so
Bye-bye.
get us a touch before
Right.
Sunday.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Okay, thank you.
And now-
Paula has her hand up really quick,
for
and I'm gonna
Eric.
get back to Eric after Paula.
Right.
Yes,
know-
my question was for Eric.
Okay.
The turkey giveaway is tomorrow, the 17th. He said 9 a.m. What was the ending time
12
and where? 9 to
at the
12.
Michelle Barack Obama complex.
Okay,
You know where that
thank
is?
you. Yes.
I think it's 3005 Obama, something.
Yeah,
of that
right,
sort.
right behind Dorsey High. Okay.
Yes. Yep.
So,
All right,
Eric,
thank you.
I'm jumping in. Do people need to still have reservations for that? Or there's
Yes, they
so many
still
left
need.
over?
They still need a letter. However, we have about 1,500 turkeys. I honestly don't think all 1,500 is going to show. To
Exactly.
be transparent with you,
Not
so
only
I'm sure we'll have some left over.
not only that, you extended the offer to the people on the call. So the people on
Yeah.
the call may not have a letter, just let them know that they were on the call and see you.
Yeah, talk to me when you come. We'll see what we
Okay,
can make
wonderful.
happen.
Okay, make it happen. That's Eric, I love it.
And then Nuriel has.
And Nariel next.
Oh, yes. Another question for Eric. Eric, remind us, for those who may have forgotten, to activate the rapid response team, and I'm glad that we've added a second. How do we do that? Who do we call?
You could call me or text me and send me a picture.
Okay, perfect.
Yep. Now, let me be quite frank. The rapid response team is we won't go out and pick up a big bulky item. So if you see the yellow city pickup trucks,
Yeah,
you know which ones I'm.
Doggone
So
it.
yes, that's what we have. So whatever could fit in the back of that truck that people could pick up and then we could throw in our dumpster on site, then that's what we'll do. And if it's
Okay.
not, if it's a bulky item, maybe a washing machine or something of that sort, what I ask to 311 it, and then after you 311 it, send me the SR number.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
That's what we'll do. Okay.
Yep.
311, send you the
Thank you.
SR number, photo, text, call.
Yep.
Thank you.
No problem.
Okay, that was a good one, Marielle. Eric, really quick.
Yeah.
The parameters that the rapid response team will tackle or clean up, so to speak, will be what? Because our parameters, well, my parameters supposedly between Western, Crenshaw, and Jefferson and Pico. So where will your parameters expand to try to get all of CD10?
9.6 square miles.
9.6 square.
Whatever the size of our district is, it's between 9.3 and 9.6. We covering the entire district.
Okay, so logistically, how do you anticipate getting every nook and cranny? How are they doing it systematically?
Yeah, it doesn't. No, it doesn't happen every day. I mean,
Okay.
pickups happen every day,
Okay.
but it is scheduled. So, for example, with Mr. Wong, is that his name?
Yes.
Yeah. So, if Mr. Wong sends me a photo and an image today, I'll put it on a rapid response team tracking sheet, and then they'll get to it this week. And it's typically the turnaround is quick. It's usually within the next 48 hours. If anybody in this call has ever experienced submitting anything to the rapid response team, it's pretty quick. Ask Paul King, he'll tell you.
Oh yeah, I know he knows.
Yeah.
I know he knows. But that was Neriel that asked that one question in particular about the 311.
Okay.
Yeah,
Neriel.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I texted you about one, and then a day later it was clean, but I didn't get a text back from you. So I was like, I don't know if it's a coincidence or if they did it, but I'm going to assume you guys did it.
Yeah, we get, man, I just started giving everybody my own personal cell phone number because it was too difficult, to be honest, to carry two phones.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'll lose one, I forget one, and I already got my wallet, two phones, keys. And I said that's enough. So I'm gonna just carry one phone. The only thing that I do ask to respect like the working hours. In regards to if it's an emergency, then contact me. But if it's something that could wait tomorrow, 8 a.m., that's cool. I'm even up early at 6 a.m. during the week, so I'll even take a 6 a.m. text message. But
that's reasonable.
The evenings, I am trying to truthfully balance work life.
Yes, that's good. Laura has a question.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Well, I can't find it in my email, but is there a cleanup on Jefferson or in Jefferson Park this weekend?
Yeah, it's
I mean, I thought I'd seen it, but I was just searching it.
It's Pico.
That's not Jefferson Park. So maybe I'm just.
So there's one on Sunday at Transformation Church.
Transformation?
Yeah, which is on King. And
that's Transfiguration.
Transfiguration. Yeah, so it's at Transfiguration.
So nothing that starts at Holy Name, because then, like I said, I
hold on.
feel like
Let me
I'm just
check my calendar.
Well, I'm not finding it in my email either, but I thought I saw like a flyer on next door.
Yeah, so my cleanup that I have on my calendar is on Sunday at Transfiguration, and that is 2515 West Washington Boulevard. The other one is happening.
No, that's 2515 West Washington Boulevard.
No.
Transfiguration is at 4th and King.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Did you say Washington?
No, it's on 4th and King. 2515 West Martin Luther King.
Right. And it's 4th Avenue and Martin Luther King. There's two people sleeping on the outside of their church in the front. So they put up gates, and I just talked to the father about that Sunday when I saw him. But they put doors up to keep them out, but they're still
Okay.
out there outside of the gate. And I mentioned it
Okay.
to them how they could help, but make sure you talk to them and get them to get to a winter shelter at least.
Okay. Now, Miss Lord, you are right. So there is a cleanup at Holy Name of Jesus Catholic Church, which is 1977 West Jefferson Boulevard.
Oh,
What time?
what day?
It is Saturday, the 18th.
Oh,
Now, on my calendar to arrive is for 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. But I'll be with the councilwoman, so I'm not sure the entire cleanup for that time. That's just the time we're gonna pop in.
so it's not a
Because
CD10 cleanup.
usually when it's on our calendar like that and it's a pop in, that means we sponsored it in some way and now are partnering with that church.
Right. Yeah, because that's Diane's church. So.
Now,
Okay.
a part of the conversation dropped out for me. So when we're talking about cleanup, what exactly are we speaking of? Are we talking about cleaning up trash, or we're talking about removing people?
No, it's more so debris. So what will happen
Okay.
is people will show up with brooms, shovels, and a
Okay.
rake, gloves, and plastic bag, and walk the boulevard and pick up any debris that may be out.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah.
But if you see some people right there on the premises, you will assist them, right?
Oh yeah. We're not just
Yeah.
gonna walk by and be like, "Hey, see you Monday."
Right.
No.
That's what I'm saying. Okay. So, any other questions for Mr. Aguilar? Anybody? Any questions for CD10 deputy? Speak now, forever hold your peace.
Or just text me later, and then I'll put my cell phone number in the chat.
Can you say it
now-
out loud while you texting?
Yeah, 310
Uh-huh.
946
Yeah.
7117.
Okay.
Now, if you
And
do call me and I don't answer, just immediately send me a text message because as you can only imagine now, I'm getting all kind of phone calls from area codes that I don't recognize.
Join the club.
So just follow up with a text message and don't leave me a voicemail because I don't check it. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm telling you the truth right now.
Thank you.
I got 300 voicemails, so just send me a text message.
I thought that was bad.
and can
Well,
everyone?
the voicemails are old. They're not from this work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just old voicemails.
So take off 2 a day.
That's the plan. I was YouTube, and how do I just delete all of them at the same time?
No, don't do that.
You can't, huh?
Make something
Yeah.
important.
So
Yeah.
for everybody, I did just make the chat visible where we can see it. Can everyone else see the chat? Meaning see Eric's phone number?
I saw it.
Yeah,
Okay.
They should be able to.
Cool. So I'm going to take it down in about 30 seconds.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, since we went out of order on the agenda, is there any general public comment that's not on the agenda? Anything? I see Reverend Mosley. I don't know who the other number, what unidentified telephone number is. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and move forward. Nuriel, did
Okay.
you have any information for us today?
Well, I'm gonna head back out into the streets.
Thank
All right,
you.
y'all. Stay
I
warm.
appreciate
care.
you.
All right.
Appreciate you
Bye-bye.
as always.
Bye-bye.
Like your
Thank you.
sweatshirt.
Thank you so much.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Nothing specifically new for me, Miss Story.
Oh, nothing's. You must didn't read my text today. You've been-
I did not see it.
You've been so busy.
I was.
Yeah, I can understand. So next time, what I had decided was to implement, the committee members to bring forth whatever intrigues them regarding homelessness and something we can possibly have a solution for, and we'll take it from there. Hi, Gavin. And,
Okay. If you want, I'm happy to take the December meeting. I'll do something for the next meeting.
That sounds good. Okay, 9 times out of 10, December meeting be the third Thursday as well because of the holidays. And that's why
Okay.
we're on third Thursday this time, because of Thanksgiving next week.
Okay.
Yeah. So anything, have you seen a difference on the streets? I went downtown today and I saw a little different. Only one or two people crossed in front of my car without a signal, and usually is really a lot more. And I saw a lot of spaces in between tents now, as opposed to being rows contiguous back to back to back to back tents. I saw a little difference in some of the movement. So let's hope that they're getting places to live, or either moving into the winter shelters that opened up on Monday. Yes, so there's any of us on the call could give an address to someone on the street, to a winter shelter. If someone say, the closest winter shelter is, we're gonna put it up on the screen for you.
Yeah, I'm working it,
Aha.
trying anyway.
Uh-oh, you had it.
No, I know, but I didn't really have it. Now I really have it.
Okay, so can you scroll up a little to see how they can get the addresses of those that's open so far?
Okay, scroll down.
Okay. See what we see.
Yes, I'm going fast, you guys, and then I'll come back up. No. Yeah, no, I don't know how to go to the website.
All you do is click on whichever one it says for a list.
No, right now it's not clickable.
Yeah, it's not a hyperlink. There's one near us on Ardmore, near Pico. That's the closest one to us. Yeah, it's like Ardmore and Pico, basically.
Yeah, the exact address.
Yeah, let me open up the page again.
Okay.
Okay, the exact address is 1133 South Ardmore. That's the Abundant Blessings provider, 32 beds for men specifically.
Okay, Abundant Blessings. Okay.
And then the other one that's in spot 6 that might be accessible for people in our area is on 8311 Southwestern. Now it's pretty far south, but it's on Western, and so if they're, it's a straight shot down if they take the 207 or get driven. That's New Reflections, 55 beds, again, all men.
Oh yeah, I know that one. I visited that one before. That's Pastor Shirley and her husband.
Yep.
So, Nuriel, you have it up. I had looked at it previously. It seemed to be very few for women. Is that right?
There's only one. Yeah, there's only one I see specifically for women, and I am pretty sure that this is not necessarily all that close. It's on Broadway in 80s. And then there's some co-ed shelters.
Pretty far.
That one is 8768 South Broadway.
Pretty far.
And that's all women?
Called that's Home at Last. Yep, that one's just women.
Oh yeah.
And then the other ones that are co-ed are not really in LA. There's Whittier, Lancaster, Palmdale, and Long Beach.
Wow. Well, there's 3 so far, and I know they're adding on some more. There's one at 5500 South Hoover.
Yeah.
There's a church.
That one's all men. Yep.
Was it Second AME?
Bryant Temple. That's at 5500 South Hoover.
Oh,
Yep.
well,
60
what's
beds.
the name of the church where it actually is?
Oh, I see.
60 beds, and it is sponsored by Brian Temple. They're the ones working at Brian Temple. And speaking of Brian Temple, that's where Jabbar works with some of the young youth, trying to keep them active for the winter. 60 beds, all men, right? That was all men.
For that one.
Yeah, so this is women.
Yep.
Okay, so that's 4.
There's actually 3 in spot 6.
Right.
Oh, 3 in spot 6.
So, are there any in spot 4 besides the one on Ardmore? That's a spot 4.
So the one
right?
on Ardmore, it's It's listing it as SPA 6. I think you might
Yeah,
be
that's-
right. It's listing it as SPA 6.
Yeah, that's
The one that's for women, Home at Last is in SPA 4, at least the way it's designated here.
Yeah, that's the one I was asking about.
Home and Master.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
So-
Which one is north of Washington? I mean, there's 4 and 6. UNNC is split,
Yeah.
but
So
I don't
a bu-
remember which one is which, 4 or 6.
Well-
Yeah, so Abundant Blessings is listed as SPA 6. That's the one on
Yeah.
South Ardmore in Pico.
Yeah. Okay, for those of you who don't know what SPA is, it's Service Planning Area, and that is broken up into 8 spas. Is it 8? Yeah, I believe it's 8. So that's something you could always look up and Google spa service planning areas, and we just happen to be in 6. And 6 is we here in the West Adams area, United Neighborhoods.
Well, I know that north of Washington, different spa than south of the freeway.
But that's okay, but it's listed under 6, so 6 must be running it.
Okay.
So we're gonna take it as it's printed and take it from there.
Cool. That's fine.
That's what we're gonna have to
That's
do,
fine.
because we don't wanna mislead or get anybody confused. So, but you can always Google the winter shelter projects programs for 2023, 24, and you can always Google service planning areas to get accustomed to looking at the resources that are in your areas. So, one thing we wanted to do also is do some round robin. I picked up a card that has a lot of resources and different things throughout the city, not necessarily SPA 6, but they have access showers and storage and everything through Hopics now. Hopics is HOPICS, which stands for Homeless Outreach Program Integrated Services Systems Center Services. And so there's a lot available through them. And sometime even on any day, they can provide shelter the same day. It depends on the resources that are available when they arrive. So on this, it has a Emmanuel Baptist Rescue Mission, which is downtown. Most of this is downtown. The Weingart Center has taken over one of the interim housing, temporary, for everybody else it's temporary housing. So interim housing is temporary. And I believe it's like 500 plus rooms. So I just know that some of these agencies, you could go there first and they can help steer you and guide you to other areas, which are individualized rooms. And so before I arrived, somebody had a concern about a lot of the agencies that are putting 3 and 4 adults in one room. There's been a lot of concern about that lately. So that's something else the service authority is going to have to look into, and we'll see what happens from there. But the Los Angeles Mission, there's the Midnight Mission, Union Rescue Mission, the Weingart Center, Downtown Women's Center, Emmanuel Baptist Rescue Mission, Fred Jordan Mission, Refresh Spot, something called the Refresh Spot. And I think that's another showers and storage. And then you have Lamp Village and Laundromat where they can wash clothes. And then there's a kitchen called Hippie Kitchen. I guess they give out food from 9:30 to 12 daily on Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Okay, and then we have 24/7 crisis hotlines. Specifically, it has LGBTQ, it has veteran, separate, rape and domestic violence hotlines, homeless, mental health,
How are you doing?
suicide, emergencies. They still say 911, whoever that is. And then Los Angeles Services and Resources is still 211. So let's start taking advantage of some of this, and when someone asks you for help, we can send them to one of those agencies just to get them started. Not to stay, but to get them started. If they decide to stay, then that's fine. But we all can be a resource. When we have over, 100,000 homeless people between city and county, each one of us need to be a resource. I get so many calls from this one on a daily basis, helping people out there. Got a call yesterday from a gentleman who was fortunate enough to get his family a voucher for $3,000 for a 3-bedroom for, I guess, 2 adults and 3 children, 3 or 4 children. So that's a blessing. But now he had to find a place, and that's where lies the dilemma. So I sent him a couple of addresses, and so hopefully they'll call and get a vacancy sooner than later. So the vouchers, and that's what happens, the vouchers run out. And see, there should not be a limitation on when the voucher expires because it takes so long to find a place. And so what happens is it gets closer and closer, and they end up having to get an extension for their voucher. So those are some of the little obstacles that I'm sure they're working on with our new administration in City Hall. And we'll just have to continue to see how we can be of assistance and be a resource. What else did I have? I have so much going on this week. And then I think we found, a place was found for someone that we were trying to assist that pastor had sent to me. I think they are going to have a place this week, hopefully, and before the end of the month. What else? A couple of people are deciding to finally put an ADU in their yard, in their backyard, to assist with the dilemmas. And so there's a lot of things that are happening. People, ready to sell, and the LASA is looking for places to purchase. So if you see things and you think it's good for housing and homelessness, then let us know. And that's also a part of the solution. Paula, anything you know of that's happening at West End lately? Uh-oh, did she stop?
I don't know.
Paula?
Okay, here I am. I'm sorry, I
Okay.
had myself on mute and then I was doing something else. You know, our community assistance ministry was housed with us when we were at 3045, but
Right.
now that building is sold and we're at 3600 at Crenshaw Exposition at the Cathedral, they have moved back with their main office at 60th and Crenshaw. So most of their services, they work out of there. They don't work out of the church anymore. So
Okay.
I really don't have an update. I'd have to call and see
Right.
what they're doing.
Right. Okay. Well, maybe for next month, maybe somebody that's working in that particular arena can come and speak. Let me know, so we can put them
That'll
on
be
the,
wonderful.
yeah,
Okay.
can put them on the agenda because they still fall not far away, right? And they have
Right.
housing here at Adams, and they have housing. How many places do they have now? It's quite a bit.
I
They'll
can't
let me
even tell you
know.
that.
If you could get them for December to be a part of the agenda, that would be wonderful.
That
Because I know
would be
they have
wonderful.
multiple buildings.
Okay, nice suggestion.
Yeah, because I know when they had the 62 and up building, I got a stack of applications and gave them out to people before it was finished. And so
Right.
that's the best way to do it so they can get in.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so let me know, okay?
I sure will.
I'll appreciate that.
And tell
Donna?
me, the date for the December meeting? Do you have it in front of you?
I do.
It should be on here.
Yeah, it's Thursday, December 21.
21.
Okay. Okay.
Right, yeah, 4 days before Christmas. Because the choice was that or
After.
4 days before
After.
Christmas. And
Yeah.
just seeing
Okay.
that
Oh,
it made
darn it.
sense to do 4
I
days
lost the
before.
sound.
Right. So next meeting is December 21st. And December 21st on the Thursday, the third Thursday. So put that in your guys' calendars. And Nuriel, you're going to be part of the agenda as well as a committee member.
Brilliant.
To bring us some hot topics and tell us what's happening in the medical field for homelessness. How is that working? You know, how is that working out? As far as, you know, I remember it was a time when people would just inundate the emergency room and then they start charging that big fee, and it was a for urgent care. And so I know that used to be a big problem. So I was wondering if that's still the same.
Yeah, I can share some information on that, and maybe some other pieces that might be interesting, or some changes to maybe allow people to use their Medi-Cal benefits to get housing. So there's some cool stuff on the horizon we can talk about.
Oh, good. So I'm looking forward to that. Okay, I'm sure others in the audience are as well. So yeah, I just went to a big medical symposium on Tuesday. I've been so many places this week, it's like I'm delirious. But I went to Hopkins, that was one, and that was found out a couple of people that will be interested in talking about housing navigation and things like that for the future. And what else? They have some really neat programs coming on board to help people that relocate for jobs and different things like that. Not necessarily homeless, but they're homeless when they get here, of course, because they don't, you know, they either have to spend all that money for a hotel or they get some assistance, you know, and they haven't quite started their job yet. So you don't really have that much money for the hotel. So those are the interim people that fall between the cracks right now. So, because I had a couple of those last month, I was like, okay, 2 months ago, actually, one last month and one 2 months ago, that just did not fit the criteria for any of this. So I was like, wow, we need a place for them too. So, yeah, so what else? Laura?
Yeah. And I had mentioned this to you, Tori. John Arnold and I attended, I'm going to read this out loud, the Southern California Association of Nonprofit Housing's annual conference.
Oh, okay.
A couple weeks ago. And the keynote speaker was really interesting and on yet another topic related to homelessness. So it was a gentleman named Sam Prater, Prater. He's the founder of an organization called LA Room and Board, and essentially the focus is on homeless college students. And the interesting, I mean, it's something, well, 1 in 5 community college students and Cal State students in LA County, 1 in 5 are homeless. Now that doesn't mean street corner homeless.
They on the couch.
They may be from couch to couch. They may be living in their cars. They're, you know, using the college facilities to shower. But 1 in 5 students are homeless at that level. Probably, you know, not at UCLA or USC, but
anywhere.
Yeah, but no, the statistic wouldn't be UCLA or USC. And anyway, he himself had been homeless, but got through college, and he started this organization. And his story and what they're doing is really interesting. So, you know, I think maybe a future, not December, because I don't even know if he's willing, but he did a more or less a video presentation. He wasn't a typical keynote speaker. So he'd be an easily translatable to a Zoom.
Oh, that'd be good. Okay.
So, but I hadn't really thought about how many young people, I mean, we know how many young people in LA, especially kids who have been fostered, you know, and then emancipated. So that's really, it's almost an identical population. You know, they have been in the foster care system. They want to go to college, but they have no financial support. So, so it was a very interesting presentation. So I, you know, sometime in the spring if he's willing.
Well, whenever he's ready, he will be.
Oh, you're saying he will. You're thinking positive.
Yeah, he will.
But he was a keynote speaker at a big deal conference.
It doesn't matter.
So I don't know if he.
It doesn't matter. He'll say yes to you too.
All right. Okay.
So what I'm saying, that was brought to my attention when I was at a conference or I was at a meeting or a dinner or something in Cal State, LA, and I saw all this food on the table, and I was like, why is all this food on the table? And it was for a lot of the students who are food insecure.
Right.
So I was like, wow. So that's when it really dawned on me. I said, okay. You know?
What he's doing is creating housing, and the organization is called Room and Board.
Yeah, got
board
that.
being
Yeah,
food.
right.
But he is creating, supportive buildings, whole buildings,
Right.
supportive housing, so these young people can study.
Right.
If you're couch surfing, even among relatives, you don't really have a place to study.
No, that's probably true. Yeah, I can see that. Anyone else have any questions or wish to speak? Do I see some hands?
Reverend Mosley just asked your question on our chat. I lost it already.
Uh-oh.
Here, hang on. Did Reverend Ward get a place yet?
Reverend?
Oh, to me. I don't know who's Reverend Ward.
Oh, okay. Oh, yes,
I'm so
that's a
sorry.
possibility of this week.
Okay.
So let's keep positive and I believe that he will get a place this week.
Oh, to me is to us.
Right.
I forgot.
Right.
This new system.
What's that say right there? Is there somebody just popped up?
Well, he just said thank you.
Oh, okay.
He's writing.
Thank you for joining us today. I see. I hope all is well.
I may have muted him. Let me unmute him.
Let's see. Yeah, unmute him.
No, I have to ask to unmute.
Oh, okay. Unmute yourself, Reverend Mosley, please,
If you can.
if you can, and share a few words with us. Can you?
Maybe not.
Can you touch on your mic? Can you speak to us? It still has the X to it.
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Okay. Donna, you okay? You have any questions for anybody right now? They having new programs coming up for funding.
I just wanted to touch, I don't know if you discussed at all the issues that happened under the freeway.
Oh, we haven't yet.
Not yet.
The concern is people know the amount of trash and such that was stored there, and that isn't the only spot in the city where they allowed it to become a business to the degree that it's dangerous. And then secondly, to have encampments right next to it. So I just don't understand who is overseeing or dealing with this. So
Well, we was at the mayor's mansion on Sunday when when Mayor Baz had announced that she had to leave on an emergency because of that. So I don't know what happened, but from what I understand, the research was that the pallet company caught fire first, and then it extended to the salvage yard and had chemicals. And the chemicals and everybody that was in the homeless encampment was in danger, and their stuff pretty much probably burned up with everything else, but there was no fatalities that I've heard yet.
Right.
However, the salvage
I'm talking about the safety issue. That's what I was saying. And it had happened earlier, like last year. Parts of it caught, but it didn't go to the degree it did this time. And
the same place, the
Yeah.
same area.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it seems that someone was setting fires in the pallet yard, and
Wow.
they installed, fence, whatever. So I think the cause is TBA. They don't know.
Yeah.
They know it's arson, but they don't know who
Well,
or why.
it's
What
still under investigation.
We know that one's cleaned, but there are additional ones
Yeah.
just like it. And this,
Yeah.
it's an accident waiting to happen. We all know that. We see places like that, and no one's doing anything about it. So,
Well, hopefully the city and Caltrans are partnering up and doing things because a lot of Caltrans offices are under the freeways. I mean, so the one on Sepulveda, the one right by the Toyota place, the Toyota housed their extra cars under the freeway. There's a ton of activity and operations on CHP or right there off of Washington. I mean, so there's a lot of things under those freeways. But this one in particular, the original guy who leased that area had subleased it to someone else. So who knows who's going to be liable for what? So it sounds like a multiple situation of liability to me. So let's just pray that it wasn't some random person that was unhoused that's haphazardly setting fires or, you know, a pyrotechnic experiment. So let's just hope.
well, this morning there were 6 or 8 set. I don't know if you saw that.
What?
I missed that. Donna, we missed what? The piece of that. Say it again.
6 or 8 fires were set in different areas.
Today?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are they all freeway related or?
Well, areas close by because of the foliage, but I just think it's a bad idea for anyone to be under or next to a freeway in the situations we're talking about. It's getting cold and they make fires for heat, for warmth.
Right.
So we're looking at a much bigger, we have this big issue, but it can continue until people just start using their heads, because just having people having encampments on the freeway or under the freeway is not okay.
And I don't know if you're talking about, there was a gentleman yesterday who was arrested for setting 12 fires in Boyle Heights. Maybe that's it.
That was one of them. Yes, it was.
Yeah.
They showed it on the news, and they were showing he set one and then walked and did another one, and you know, this is something they're saying. Pretty much a large amount of the fires they're seeing are being driven by that type of thing, but I don't know.
Well, let's see what their investigation comes up with their fire experts. And I've watched some of those investigations on television. It's very interesting how they discover the onset of a fire. What's that, Nora? And so we shall soon see what the ultimate outcome is. Take it from there.
So, okay, and then I have another.
Go ahead, Laura.
Okay, so I have another thing from the agenda. We had put on the agenda, what did we put?
The homeless count.
The homeless count. So there's no information available at the moment for the 2024 homeless count on the LAHSA website, unfortunately.
Well, they go ahead.
So we can chat about it, but as long as Paula is also here, what we can do is, as a committee, make a recommendation this year, so we do it properly, to the executive and then the governing board to fund food for the homeless count. So Paula, do you think, do you think, I can put it on executive committee either way, but do you think we should have a motion from Homelessness Liaison Committee to take to executive, or should we just put it on executive? Because remember last year we had to scramble to figure out a way to buy the food. But this year we
I think it should be put. I think it should be put on. And of course, if the homeless committee, which is a part of it, and it's to us, that's even better.
Okay, well then someone who's not Laura should. And how much money do we need for that?
Well, last time I had a big donation from what's that drink? Celsius. We had tons of Celsius water, but the food we paid $500.
We paid I'm saying we did not pay $500. UNNC, we paid probably $250. Because we made it. Well, it might have been Greg out of his own pocket.
Oh.
You know, because we were
But that included everything.
we were treating it last year as a special meeting of executive because we scrambled at the last minute.
Okay.
But how much, you know, the caterer makes chili and.
Chili, all the
So why
sides,
don't-
the plates,
Paula,
the
do you think
forks,
we
the-
should do a motion for
bowls.
500 and just see how it goes?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Okay, but someone other than Laura
Yes, I
should make
think
the
so.
motion. So
Marielle,
Nuriel can make the motion, if he's still with us.
he's there.
To
If
fund
it's-
up to.
Yeah, you just
up to-
spoke.
Well, no, we need
Yeah,
a
I'll do it at the
motion,
You gotta
December
make a
meeting.
motion for, yeah.
a motion for up to $500 for food and refreshments for the homeless count 2024.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm happy to do it at the December meeting. Yeah.
You know what, no, do it
Now
now.
do it now for the December meeting.
We're gonna do it now
Oh,
to take that
I
motion
understand.
to executive, and then executive will take it to governing board.
I motioned for a budget of $500 for the 2024 homeless count to be proposed to the governing board.
Okay, and is there a second?
I second.
Okay, call for the,
I call for the motion.
and so all in favor?
All in favor?
You just raise your digital hand or your real hand.
Raise your digital hand, Paula.
There she goes. Okay,
Okay, is that good?
That's good
three
enough.
or- yeah, out of the corner.
good enough, motion passes.
Okay, wonderful. So you'll make sure it gets
I'll
on
get it
the
on.
agenda?
Yes, I will.
Okay. And do I need to be present for that?
No, I don't think so.
Hey
Okay.
guys, I'm sorry, I gotta go.
Yeah,
Okay.
we all gonna
We all
adjourn
gotta
early
go.
tonight.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're gonna
All
adjourn
right.
at 8, unless anybody has any other questions or. Paula, you'll follow up as one of the action items to get some speakers from Los Angeles Housing to come. And Nuriel's on the
Yes,
agenda
I
for
will follow up.
medical or anything that has to do with unhoused persons. And then,
and I'm
One of
sending
these-
an email to myself for this.
okay, and I appreciate the thought about the food, because yes, we always have
Well,
food.
we scrambled
yeah.
last year, kind of.
Yeah, we did last year. So the count again is supposed to be the last Thursday of January. And I already signed the contract portion for it to be at home, and so I'm waiting for correspondence or for them to start putting the information out so we can send out to people to start registering to be a part of that. So other than that, I think that is 8 o'clock and we can adjourn.
All right.
I appreciate those that hung in there. It is a long day.
Yes, it is.
Yes. Okay, thank you guys.
Thank you. See you all.
everyone. Okay, bye,
Bye.
Dario. Okay. Who's that over there waving at me? Who's that?
Fatima and
Ah, Fatima. Wait.
Oops.
I said,
Oh, she tried to say